the May edition of What's New in the Library. I missed you all in April. I hope everybody kept reading while I was gone, but it is great to be back. I'm glad to be back and see everybody and talk to you some more about books. So this month I'm going to talk about 4 books. All of them are on the award lists next year. So I thought we'd get a little sneak peek into what books we're going to be reading to vote for the Mark Twain and Truman Awards next year. And I'm going to start with Red Queen. This book is on the Truman list next year. Now that's the list for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And it's about the main character's name is Mare, and she lives in a society where people are defined by their blood. So she has red blood. So her family's not wealthy or they don't have any special abilities. They're just kind of the lowly poor people because they just have normal red blood. The kings and rulers and fancy people all have silver blood and they have psychic abilities. And she ends up in the king's palace one day and accidentally shows that she has this ability she should not have because she has red blood. She shouldn't have any special abilities. And the king wants to hide that from everyone. So he brings her in and kind of disguises her as this lost princess and decides she's going to marry his son. This arranged marriage starts a lot of drama and a major feud that results in a lot of chaos. So if you like a good fantasy book and think you might want to read about Mare and what goes on, you should try Red Queen. So the next book we're going to talk about is also on next year's Truman list. This one is called The Fixer. The main character's name is Tess, and she goes to stay with her sister Ivy at her private school for like a couple of days. When she gets there, she finds out that her sister is like Washington, D.C.'s #1 fixer. That means that if there's a scandal or something you've done has gone viral or it's going to get out there and ruin you, she's the #1 person who can fix it. But you have to pay her a very high price to get your scandal fixed. Tess had no idea her sister did this, and as she enrolls in the school a little bit later, she starts filling in her sister's footsteps and becoming a fixer. So this book is about the drama that ensues and how your life can be at risk if you can't fix the right scandal. So you definitely want to check out The Fixer by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Okay guys, next we're going to look at Double Cross, and this book is on next year's Mark Twain list, which is the list for 5th and 6th graders. That's right, 6th graders, you get to read off 2 lists. So this one is about a boy named Hale who his mother calls big boned, but everyone at school just calls him fat. And kids are kind of mean to him, but in reality, his family is a group of secret spies. And it's an organization so secret you can't even join it. You're born into it. So ever since Hale was little, he has been a part of this spy organization. He's 12 and he knows how to defuse a bomb. He knows how to shoot a sniper rifle. He's pretty incredible. And his parents end up missing they go on a mission and end up missing. And it's up to him and his sister to save them. So that is Double Cross. The last book we are going to talk about is Beneath by Roland Smith. Roland Smith is the man. This guy writes tons of action-adventure books, and they're all super good. So this is Beneath, and it is on the Mark Twain list for next year. And it is about 2 brothers, Pat and Coop. Pat loves his older brother Coop, just totally worships him. And Coop's kind of different. He doesn't really talk to people. He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't play on the internet. He doesn't do anything cool. He loves being underground, like caving kind of stuff. And after a giant fight with their parents, Coop goes missing. Now this book takes place a year later. Coop has been nowhere to be found. And Pat receives a voice recorder and a bunch of creepy clues. And he finds out that his brother is living in the underground of New York City. And he has to go down and find him. And so a lot of super cool action-adventure stuff in this book. This book will not disappoint you. It doesn't matter what type of book you like to read. You will love this book. I'm telling you, anything by Roland Smith is amazing. So check out Beneath. You'll have to learn about the rest of the award books next fall when we release them out to the school. Get reading, folks. Next, let's see what some students have to say about what they've read lately.
Hi, my name is Angel Bowder. I am in 5th grade and I am reviewing a book called Hatchet. It's about a 13-year-old boy named Brian who gets stuck on an island with only a silver hatchet, and he has to survive the storms and has to find food for himself, and he spends about 52 days on it, and he got there from a plane crash, and yeah, it's a really good book. I think you should read it.
My name is Esther Ahar. All I do is where the red fern grows. I like the book because it's about a boy that wanted some dogs, and then his parents said no at first. And then they went to a store, then his dad said no. So and then he bought him offline, I think. And then he had to wait for a while, and then his grandpa said they got him, and then he got really excited and started training him for a while. I think it's a really good book. You should read it.
New books this month, we have Mr. Doctor, about the Holocaust and a man who saved a bunch of children's lives. Glimpse, new novel in verse. Horse Diaries number 14, Calvino. A Dog's Purpose, the book that the movie was based on. Another book in that series, Bailey's Story. And a new book from Jerry Spinelli, The Warden's Daughter. New in romance this month, we have What My Mother Doesn't Know, and the sequel, What My Girlfriend Doesn't Know. Both of these are great new books. We also got One Silver Summer, a romance involving horses. Give Me Wings is new in narrative nonfiction. This is the story about how a choir of former slaves changed the world. The Last Message Received. This is a collection of the last message people sent. Escape from Camp 14. And in action and adventure this month, we got Making Bombs for Hitler. Well, guys, that does it for the last edition of What's New in the Library for the 2016-17 school year. Make sure you are reading something good over the summer. Get to the public library, get to Barnes & Noble. I don't care if you steal a book from your sister's room. Read something. Twitter doesn't count. It's too short. So I want you to get out there reading. Also, don't forget you can read ebooks from our library all summer long, totally free. There's an orange paper in the note holder outside of the library that tells you all about how to download the app and read our ebooks. So get reading over the summer. Do not just sit on your couch and play your Xbox all summer long. Read something, people. See you in the fall.